Hey, Mrs. Quiggins, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well, but I'm getting a little nervous about us meeting our Boosterthon goal.
You seem nervous. Your legs are very bouncy.
Well, that might have been the third cup of coffee that I had this morning. But, you know, we're like 2/3 of the way to our goal. So we've done a great job, but we've got some more work to do. I really think we're going to have to come up with a great incentive for tonight to get a bump for our kids meeting our goal.
Well, we already had PJ Day.
That's right.
And we had lunch with the teacher day.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know.
You know what the best job on the campus is?
Guidance counselor.
No, Mrs. Quiggins.
Teacher.
No. That's a great job, and I loved being a teacher too, but I really think the best job on the campus is the job that you and I have. I think being a principal or assistant principal is a really great job because we get to see everybody. We get lots of hugs in the morning time. We get to sometimes make rules. Sometimes we order out for lunch.
You have a good point. It's a pretty good gig.
So, what if our challenge for tonight, we chose 2 students to be the principal for the day?
That's the best idea you've had all week.
Well, thank you. I think that the 2 kids tonight that have the most in new pledges should be the principal for a day.
I love it.
Well, let's do it. All right, boys and girls, tonight's challenge, the top 2 students with the most new donations will get to be principal for the day. That's right. You can be in charge of the whole school for the day.
Do they get lunch?
And we'll order lunch. Chick-fil-A, pizza.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Wendy's.
Whatever they want.
Whatever they want, we'll order it. So if you want to be principal for the day, you know what to do. Where do they log on?
mybooster.com.
And the 2 students with the most in new pledges tonight will get to take our jobs. Let's see where we're at with our goal. Boys and girls, remember that our goal is to raise $45,000 for new playground equipment. Today, we are at $29,306. We've only got 2 nights of pledging left. Let's get out there and get some pledges! Let's take a look at our class pledge-o-meters. In pre-K, Miss Ishley's class up to $34 per lap. Kindergarten, Mrs. Darden, $40, 33 cents per lap. Miss Gregory, $52.66 per lap. Miss Kerner, $50.32 per lap. Mrs. Lazarus, $18.50 per lap. Mrs. Munoz, $55.68 per lap, and Miss Shank, $26.75 per lap. Miss Lazarus and Miss Shank, let's get it up there. You can do it. You can do it. Let's take a look at first grade. Miss Howell, $35.67 per lap. Mrs. McLeod, $24.52 per lap. Mrs. McDermott, $23.15 per lap. Miss Moore, outstanding, $63.50 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Miss O, $48.29 per lap. Mrs. Stark, amazing, $70.82 per lap. Miss Threadgill, $24.35 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. If your class isn't at $30 a lap on the pledge-o-meter, can you get up there tonight? Second grade, Miss Dameron, $51.18 per lap. Mrs. Davis, $26.21 per lap. Mrs. Furman, $32.67 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Miss Hurley, $45 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Mrs. Register, $34.43. Miss Williams, $26.66 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Miss Davis and Miss Williams, let's get up to $30 on the pledge-o-meter. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Third grade is doing an outstanding job. Mrs. Connor, $47.44 per lap. Mrs. Ferris, $54.24 per lap. Mr. Jones, $24.33 per lap. Mrs. Schmidt, amazing, $86.45 per lap. Miss Tucker, so close to $70 per lap. Mrs. Vicks, $36 per lap. And Mrs. Widener, outstanding, $75.89 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Fourth grade is coming strong. Mrs. Craven, $24 per lap. Miss Ganaway, $55.26 per lap. Mr. Lassiter's class retakes the lead, $98.13 per lap. Mrs. Picnic, $28.84 per lap. Mrs. Ryan, $49.36 per lap. And Mrs. Wells, $32.32 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Now let's take a look at fifth grade. Mrs. Akos, $37.65 per lap. Miss Bowie, over $50, $52.50 per lap. Mr. Ricky, $32.62 per lap. Mrs. Dorothy, $28.35 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Mr. Griffith, $67.50 per lap. And a big shout out to Miss Bergman's class, $28 per lap on her pledge-o-meter. Let's take a look at the big board. There has been just a little bit of movement. We have a three-way tie for 9th place with Cole, Amelia, and Sawyer Moore. Daxton Justice, big shout out for Miss Bergman's class. He's in the top 10 at 8th place. Wyatt and Graham Wilder still in 6th place. Julia Medulian still in 5th place. Dresden Gilbert still in 4th place. Avery Brown still in 3rd. Aubrey Rhodes still in 2nd. And he's still at the top of the mountain. Nobody other than Mr. Lassiter. Let's take a look at our 50 states challenge. We have 36 out of 50 states, and we added a new country in Germany last night. Here are the states that are still gray: Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Vermont, Wisconsin, Wyoming. If you know anybody that lives in any of those states, give them a call tonight and ask them if they can help with a pledge. Some of our classes are doing an outstanding job, Mrs. Quiggins.
They are. Mr. Lassiter and Mrs. Schmidt, you guys are rock stars.
And lots of classes right behind them. I can't believe we have so many classes that are over $50 on the pledge-o-meter.
We need every class to be over $50.
That's right. Help your class. Join the $50 on the pledge-o-meter club. Get some more pledges tonight. Miss Quiggins is going to tell you how to log on one more time.
mybooster.com.
And you get your pledges, and the top 2 students tonight with new pledges, they will be principal for the day. And we'll order lunch. You'll get to make some school rules. We might even let you get on the intercom. It's going to be that kind of special day. All right, boys and girls, have a great day, and we will see you around campus.